What's up? Let's hope everybody keeps their internet. Man, it's super windy here. So if I flicker out, hang tight. At least I'll get on my phone and tell you guys in chat what's going on. So, also, everybody doing? I hope everybody's good. Let me switch over to chat. We got 3 of us watching. One of them me because I am in that chat for power. And yeah, mine was. I'm not muted. Nice try, but I'm not muted. Is it not working? Are you guys not hearing me? Because it's not muted. Please let me know you can hear me. I'm good. Andrew, what's up, Andrew? Being safe out there because it's windy as crap here, man. Lights have been flickering. Watch one tree, man. I swear it was going to come out of the ground. But yeah, the weather's crazy. I figured. The nightmare messing with me. I usually come in muted most of the time, so you can really see my big ears. But the glasses really show them off. Oh, drove by Kings Island. I'm in Mansfield. Oh, are you up in Mansfield? Did you pass me on the way? You literally passed me on the way. Did you take? Yeah, you took 71 up. Loves trucks up. I know where that's at. That's a drive still. That's about an hour drive for me. Maybe an hour and a half if I book. But yeah, that's not far. You literally passed me on your way up. Oh, that's cool. In Vermont, it's labels. Okay. Cool breeze. Be safe because it is windy as crap out there, man. Now I hear you. Maybe it was you. I was good. Usually can tell because my bar goes nuts. That's all how I notice a lot of times I am on mute unless somebody I see in chat, you're on mute, or I see Gemma yelling at me. Or hear how many we got in chat because I got some announcements. Announcements. What time is it? 9:30. There's 4 of us. I'll wait a little bit. Yeah, I was in Indiana when I started today. Yeah, you probably saw a lot of good rain. Actually, it was on and off here in Central. I mean, we had about maybe a half hour just solid rain, but it's been pretty much on and off. Now it's trying to snow. I saw a couple snowflakes out there just a little bit ago. So, yeah. Just be safe out there. It's supposed to be kind of tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe he was having troubles. I don't know. I know I wasn't mute when I came in. Man, my ears are really showing today. I forgot how big my ears were. My glasses really show them off too, though. So. Let me do something here. No, we're good. I hope anybody else comes in, they say hello. I hope everybody's having a good hump day. Pretty casual. Was at the doctor's Monday. Today, this morning. I got to go back tomorrow. Nothing special. And then Monday. And then again on the 20th. And then I take my dad on the 12th. Man, I'm living at these offices. Wonder why I see so much crap. Yeah, it went from rain now to trying to snow. Yeah, that's what it's trying to do here off and on. Every time we get a little bit of flakes and go away. But like I said, it's the way it's been all day here in Central Ohio. We get a little rain or a good little steady rain and pass through. But it's moving real fast. But look at the winds. But yeah, he's messing. I don't know if he's messing with me or maybe I had problems. I don't know. The internet gets funky. I've been having a lot of problems running StreamYard and YouTube at the same time. What I'm going to end up having to do is go ahead and hook it. When I move this back, because I'm going to switch back the way I was before the fire. And I think I'm going to hook all the TVs up so I can have everything individual, and hopefully that will chill things out. But yeah, I can imagine driving around. I mean, my little Hyundai, man, she was swaying. I was like, holy crap. I can only imagine a semi on an open road. Well, I know. Actually, I do know how it feels. So be safe, okay? Especially tomorrow. I think it's supposed to pretty much just kind of be windy, and you're heading up to Vermont, so we're heading to Vermont. You're driving into some of it, so be careful. Be careful. Please be careful. But other than that, yeah. Edna must not have put her notification on, or she's mad at me. Yeah, I figured she'd been here yelling at me. Vixen might be working. They'll pop in, I hope. I'd love to see him. My ladies. Cindy Lee. I know she's going through a lot right now, so guys, keep your thoughts on Cindy Lee. And I know Edna going through a lot. Everybody's going through a lot, period. So keep your prayers for all of us. So what everybody else doing? Did I leave everybody leave them? Yeah, I got 6 people here. I'm just waiting for some people to come in. I'm going to give some announcements. What time is it? 9:07. You guys are quiet tonight. Everybody's jumping around. I don't know who else is streaming. It's nice to see Brown Door streaming. I like him. He's got it rocking. Boom live. Okay. Maybe we can hear everybody in the house. So quiet. Okay, nobody big. Everybody's cool. So anything else going on this weekend? And now remember, we got Gemma and me on Friday night at 7:15. Try to show up about 7 because she's been able to show up early. She will be on at 7. And actually, she's been trying to be on by 7. So keep your minds on that on Friday nights. Hopefully I'll be in more. I was off quiet last week. I had a lot. So much is going on. Hello, Christy. Ashby. How are you tonight? You got to forgive me. I don't talk the best, so I hope you are well. Gemma's not here, just so you know. It's just me tonight. Friday night will be Gemma night. And then she has a video coming out Monday. I was going to talk more about that here in a little bit. I'm a promo guy, I guess. That's funny. Anyways, yeah, she's got a Lisa Lamb coming out Monday at 11 a.m. premiere video. So the chat will be there. Come join me. I'll be there. I like the Lisa Lamb story. It's a crazy one. Well, anyway, she's going to go in depth on what she did in Gone 5. It'll be good. Good, thank you. How are you? I am fine, Christy. Thank you. Not bad. I'm getting there. Hope everybody is. The weekend's coming, so that's a good thing. I get to see my boss on Friday night, so that's good. Even though we play Fortnite. I hope everybody's enjoying the day. Even though it's gloomy wherever. I don't know where a lot of you are at. Well, I know Andrew's here in Ohio, so. I haven't heard back from Nightmare, so he might be blowing in the wind somewhere. But yeah, it's kind of windy. Just before I came on, my lights were flickering. I was like, oh no, don't blow over. It's raining. It's raining for you. It's raining for me. Yeah, I figured it's raining there. It's doing a little bit of both, but right now it seems to be getting really cold here. I mean, we dropped down pretty fast. I think we're like 30. We're 36 now. Last time I looked, we were like 38, so we dropped a couple more degrees. But yeah, she'll have a premiere video. She's going to do her take from Gone on Lisa Lamb. That's such a wild story anyways. And I personally believe she was seeing she was being played with paranormally. There was a spirit there messing with her. I don't know if it was my guess is, yeah, it was a bad one, but a lot of people think it was a demon, and it's highly possible. Very highly possible. Hold on, I'm getting dry lipped. It's hard to carry this show sometimes by yourself. Anyways, I hope Ryan stops in. He said, I need to talk to him. I haven't had a chance to talk to Ryan in a while. Everything's been so crazy. Get Ryan back on here. Maybe he'll hang out with me for a couple nights. I like Ryan. How'd you guys like that? He did a couple streams and that was it. I see him in Facebook. I need to reach out. Reach out. But I seem to be holding the conversation tonight. That's all right. But yeah, she's got so the lineup is me tonight, Friday night oracle, intuitive oracles with Gemma. So I would say be here at 7. We say 7:15 just in case because she's known to be late too. So but lately it's been 7. Then Saturday night, Gemma's replays. I should be here. I should be back to normal now. I mean, I got some stuff going on. There is not next Wednesday, or today is. Yeah. No, I'll be here next Wednesday because the appointment's real early in the morning. So, and then the following Wednesday, the 19th, I probably won't do spooky time because I have a doctor's appointment like really early in the morning. So I gotta be up and rocking. And then other than that, we should be back on schedule. Like normal. So it'll be Wednesday night, 9 o'clock here. Friday night, Gemma oracles, intuitive oracles with that. At 7, we're just gonna say 7. But if she's not there at 7, she will be started by 7:15. Then me on GemmaJadeParanormal's replays. And then her premiere course on Monday. And that'll be a good one too, because I like that story. There's a lot of unanswered questions. They kind of shoved it underneath the rug and walked away from it. I know thousands of people investigate it every day. Nobody else new in chat? Okay. Where am I at? Okay. But yeah, that'll be pretty good. They'll probably be kind of long, so hang in there. I like those long ones myself. It's a good time. That's usually when I take my break anyways. What else we got going on? That should be it. I'm trying to get her to rock over to Rumble so we can be a little more free on some stuff. And she wants to stream on TikTok. And if you're watching her shorts, please make sure you comment. Leave a like. Leave that thumbs up. So, yeah. Because she likes her. She does real good on her shorts, so check them out. Even on TikTok, if you're on TikTok. Yeah, it's kind of quiet tonight. Everybody's kind of quiet tonight. Should I say it? Edna, Aunt Edna. Aunt Edna. Where are you, woman? That's all right. I'm sure there's other people streaming. I'm pretty positive there's some good ones out. That's all right. It won't be a long night tonight. I was just waiting because there's certain people here, they bum out when they miss my story. So I went to the doctor's Monday and was there in the evening. Ugh. The place, I don't know what's worse, the store, I'd say the hospital is way worse. And I live by a cemetery. That doesn't bother me nearly as much as those two places do. Going out in the stores or gas stations, doing all the running. But I'll tell you what, there's hospitals, nursing homes. And it's just getting worse and worse again. I really hope it chills out again. It won't, though. This world's just crazy right now. Everything's starting to show itself. Other than that, yeah. I mean, I will say this though. I didn't see my black-eyed kid because I was even at a hospital. So, and I was really shocked. But I saw some sort of in the lobbies. What I hate, because when they make you wait in a lobby for a test or something, there's more people. I prefer small waiting rooms. There's not as many people. And there's this guy sitting there and his wife. Let's say probably in their 70s. Yeah, probably about in their 70s. But sitting beside him was this black looking blob. It had no form. It's just like this blob that was just sitting right next to him. Just doing this. I'm like, come on. And I kind of sat and watched it for a while. Just sat there, just right beside him. Just it was weird. And boo, there she is. She was listening. Anyways, I'm telling a story. I sat there and watched it for a while. And they get their names called. And she gets up and leaves. And it stays with him. He didn't go back. And I'm watching it. And it's just sitting there. And finally they called me back. When I came back out, they were gone. But it was weird. It was just like a big blob sitting on a chair right next to him. It was even the kind of hanging off the chair. It was weird. I don't know what that was or what it was doing. I couldn't pick anything up off it. But it was definitely with him. Maybe he just feels blood. I have no idea. It was weird. I wasn't scared of it, for damn sure. Good to see you, Edna. But that's one thing I hate about sitting in the lobbies, in the big lobbies. It's just, there was some things. Actually, the guy behind the counter. I don't know what was up with him, but he had a figure behind him the whole time, just a dark mass. Couldn't see much, not detail. But it was pretty close to him. If he'd leaned, it'd kind of lean. Those are the ones that creep me out. That was definitely somebody. Apparently I can't do like Gemma does. But apparently this thing attached to this guy, I wouldn't say has it for him, but is not happy with him. That's all I can say. Because usually when they do that, that's just, start picking up vibes. This guy was not digging this guy receptionist at all. Just a dark black mask ghost. Yeah. The one sitting by the chair. Yeah, it was like a blob. It was even hanging over the chair. At first I was waiting for it to drip, but it just kind of hung over and just sat there in the chair and blobbed. It was weird. I didn't know to laugh. I couldn't pick anything up off of it or to be scared of it. I really didn't. I just kind of watched it. He just sat there, read the paper. I didn't bother him. I didn't say anything to him. He just reading his newspaper while she was back in the bed. And they were gone when I came out. Honestly, I thought they'd follow her because there was no other chair beside her. She was sitting like right next to the window. And it was him and it. Now, the thing behind the counter would be my biggest concern. When those things follow you and move with you, that's usually somebody's got an issue. Somebody's got a big issue. Now, it depends. If they're latched onto them, it's usually a really bad issue. They're literally trying to drag them down. I haven't seen any of the herd figures. I figured being in radiology all day, all night, it was actually, I had to go in like at 3 o'clock. 3 or 4 o'clock. And being that late in the evening too, you get a lot of the other people that, I don't know, can only come in at night to do those tests. Black. I love those. I wish I could figure out how you guys do that. Are you on a phone nightmare or are you on a computer? Because I don't get half those symbols you got. Hi, Bat Mom. How you doing? But yeah, it was done with the guy. It was just a black blob. It was wild. Like I said, I didn't know to laugh at it or phone. Okay, that explains a lot. but you're damn good at that. But I didn't know to be scared of it either. It didn't really put off a vibe. It was just blah. That's what it just came off, blah. And that's, like I said, even when he sat at his paper, reading his paper, it just sat there and just moved. And then, like I said, the guy behind the counter. There was a couple other ones. When I was leaving, there was an elderly couple sitting, probably in their 80s. I don't know if they came in together. They were two different, but they were sitting beside each other in wheelchairs. And then there was people sitting on each other's those sides. And it wasn't the old people that had the things behind them. It was the people behind that was with them. Both of them had figures. The one was a lady, and my guess is a loved one, like a father or somebody that's standing behind her, because that was all good vibes. But the other person, man, not so good. And that mask just kind of was, it was human form, but it had a kind of jiggly form, like you would say that was talking about the blob. Blob didn't look like anything. It just looked like a blob sitting in a chair. It was weird. I'm getting off of work. Yeah, you were really good at Nightmare at that. I know there are other guys. I have another guy that can do all that too, and it drives me nuts. I love it though. It's very creative. In case someone ticks you off. Now you're talking. I used to have two. And then that one got burned out. And then I was down to one. And then Ding Dong Me got into something I shouldn't have got into. We were doing some research and they kind of fried it. So I had to go get a new one. This baby's protected. It ain't nothing fancy, but she's protected. I'm going to go back and get me another one so I can go back to doing research. I made good money when I retired. I stopped making good money. So, yeah, see, I love that stuff. Yeah, when I see people do that stuff, I like it. I think it's cool. I'm just not the. I just don't have all that. Unfortunately, it's just a basic keyboard. I don't do anything fancy on my computer, or now other than streaming. I have other things for all the other creative ideas. I do like screen print. So about Edna, if you're still in here, what did you miss? I know you like listening to me talk about going to the hospital. I didn't see the black-eyed kid. I did not see the black-eyed kid once. I was there for about almost 2 hours. I wasn't even supposed to be there that long. They put me on the table and I kept having tremors. So they couldn't get a good reading. So they come up, this guy comes up and gives me a shot. I fall asleep. And they put me and I start rocking. And they thought I was having a seizure. So I wake up to these two guys, these two doctors leaning over me and go, "Are you okay?" So yeah, I was asleep. What was going on? Oh, I rocked. They go, "They didn't make it strong enough." And they both laughed and they look at my chart and they just go, "Just do the best you can." But we got him. But it was hilarious. I came in about 15 minutes late, Ghost. I'll watch again. That's all right. I hadn't started that. You just came in just as I started talking about stuff, so you're good. You didn't miss much. But yeah, I had to go to the store, and I would say two worst places for me is stores and hospitals. I live by a cemetery. You know, there are days I don't see nothing, but all the running I do here, because I do the bulk of the running, and, you know, with me and him being at the doctors right now, you can tell the difference. The stores are a little more because everybody's spaced out. Now I'm jerking. There we go. It's still acting weird, isn't it? There we go. I'm just watching my camera. But it's the fact that in the stores they're so spread out, but I can feel something bad clear on the other side of the store. And then when I see it, it's usually bad. in the hospital, it's just sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. I'm not prepared in certain situations for what I might see, because still the black-eyed kid freaks me out. I would love to know if anybody else sees this thing, because it drives me nuts. That is the one thing all my life that drove me nuts. I don't mind seeing this. Well, I've gotten used to seeing the things I see. But that black-eyed kid, he freaks me out, because now I don't understand, why am I the only one seeing this thing? Or is he just coming off as that presentation for just me? There he is. I was just speaking of you. You heard me, didn't you? You were watching. Or somebody come get you. Hey, you want to come back and say hi? One Thursday night? One Wednesday night for spooky time? And we'll catch up here soon. I got a couple more doctor appointments, and I would love to talk with you and catch up. We haven't caught up in a while, and I'm sorry about that. That's me too. I've been a busy little man. So if you want to catch up, let me get through tomorrow and Friday. I want to catch up with you before, maybe Saturday before my stream at 10, or maybe Sunday. But yeah, I'd love, no, I have some free time that I'd stop by. Cool. Heck yeah. We can do that one Wednesday. We'll talk, because I do want to catch up, man. It's just been crazy. Everywhere. It's just been insanity for me. But it's getting good. It's not really insanity. It's just so much going on at once. It's been nuts. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about right there, Nightmare. Yeah, the Sanskrit. I love that. The Sumerian language. That's Sumerian, isn't it? Does it do Sanskrit? Do they have Sanskrit? It's basically the same thing. It really has. I figured you were working on your book. I check out your Facebook page posts, but I don't stay on Facebook long. I just get in and get out. Same thing. I'm on TikTok now. She's got me on TikTok now. I've done a couple of videos, but I haven't done one since the last one, and that was Sunday or Monday. Anyways, one of those days, a couple of days ago. I got to get used to it. I got to figure out a system for that. Guess what it says? What did it say? I want to know what it said now. Yeah, I can't wait till your book comes out. You know, she's got Gone 5 out. You got to check it out. She's going to do Lisa Lamb Monday at 11. And that's the Lisa Lamb that she did in the Ghostdragonzw. Did it? Cool breeze. Because it does. I did see the ad. Cool breeze. That's awesome. I don't have to learn Sumerian now. Anyways, but yeah, now I'm all confused and lost. A buddy of mine and I are going to a Godzilla show over on my channel soon. You should join us. Maybe I'll do that. Just let me know when it is. I mean, you can messenger me. I do get the messenger. Like I said, on my phone, my messenger, it's messenger separate from the Facebook. So just yell. If I don't answer right away, just give me a couple minutes. I may be busy or something. So just give me a minute to answer back, but I will answer back. Doing good. No sense to complain, I guess. Hope you're doing well. We'll do, Ghost. We're all good. We'll talk this weekend. Probably Sunday. That's my free day. Man, I'm really dry. I took an allergy pill on top of everything else. It's like, yeah, we all were sick, fighting something, dealing with other people. Crazy. Edna's doing good. She complains a lot, but she's a strong woman. And saved it. That's cool. Thanks, Nightmare. I'm gonna have to do some things here. I got some ideas. I wish they'd make a keyboard bigger with everything. Watch it. Oh, Edna, you know I love you. I asked for you. And when you don't show up, you can ask everybody that comes in this room. If I don't see you in 15 minutes, at least 5 or 10 minutes within of coming on, I usually bring you up. You and Vixen, Cindy Lee. Miss my ladies when they don't in the chat chatting it up. I love everybody that comes in. I'm glad to see you, Ryan. You must have heard me talking about you, huh? My big ears are showing. I just started reading the chat. That's funny. But no, you know, Edna, one day I'll just take you to the hospital with me, and I can just sit there and describe everything I'm seeing at that movie. Then you get a real idea what goes on. Mr. Spidey senses were tingling. I figured you were throwing a sign when you tagged my show tonight. So when you put a little heart on my show, I was like, hey, Ryan, he's okay. I'm so busy. Well, I told you about a week ago before. Well, it was before I went in the hospital. Yeah, it was before I went in the hospital. That's when the last time we talked. It's good to see everybody. This is a good crew tonight. I feel good. Like I said, I took an algae pill. This time it really dried me out. But I feel better. Friday, I was having a rough day. I'm not going to lie. I was having a rough day today. And I was trying to just be there for Gemma for her birthday. But I went out Saturday night and had a little too much fun, but I needed it. Got a little toasty. I'm glad I wasn't driving that night. Let's just put it that way. I was not the designated driver like I usually am. But it was good. I got out, had fun, came home about 2 o'clock, and crashed hard because my bed was close on the other side of the room when I got up. And I didn't have much of a hangover, which was surprising. I had a headache, but that was about it. Maybe that's what I needed, just to go out and cut the rug. They said I was pretty fun. I don't think I was. We went to not Dave and Buster's, but it's like Dave and Buster's, where you go and they have all the video games and stuff, and the tickets and all that crap, and you can drink and eat. Well, this place is just a bar. It doesn't have food or anything, but it's not very big either, but it has some awesome machines. So we went there and played for like 3 hours. And then we just went over and drove over to have a friend that owns a bar down the street. It's been in the family for like ever. They went to my school. So we go down there and drink for half price. And that's where we went. And then I came home. Yeah. I was the odd man out. Everybody had women but me. But that's all right. Well, and the women had women. I mean, I was with 2 friends. One of the twins, and she was there with her boyfriend, and Dave and his wife. And it wasn't bad. They were in good spirits. Bernice is hilarious. She is. Her and her brother, you put them together in the same room, you could tell they're twins. I mean, you hit one of them clear on the other side of the house, and the other one knows immediately. Ever thought of just using a king-size mattress on the floor? Yeah, I've tried that. At least you wouldn't fall and hurt yourself. It wouldn't be that much of a fall. But yeah, I've tried that. I've scooted across the floor too. So if I'm going to sleep, I might as well sleep in a bed. Fall bounce. It'd probably be better just to sleep on the trampoline and just boing, boing, whatever. Did you see me sleeping? I probably sleep too. Since I seem to keep moving the whole time. But yeah. They did that once when I was a kid. Edna. It was funny. Mom said they put it was right after I broke my second crib. And the doctor told her, just put the mattresses on the ground. Nothing should bother him. I mean, you're in the other room. So they put me on the ground. They put me, on my mattresses on the. They woke up the next morning. I had the top mattress off the bottom mattress. It was clear on the other side of the room. Bounce all night. Yeah, I would just bounce all night. Boing, boing. You see my body just flip. Oh, you know how much you would hurt though, doing that all night long in your sleep, just with the. Man, that would kind of hurt. You wake up going, oh shit. Pardon my mouth. I cussed. Forgive me, oh great lords. But yeah, I can see me doing it actually. It gets pretty rough sometimes. I mean, I managed to keep this bed now for 4 years. I destroy frames, but I would put it on the floor, but then it gets hard getting up in the morning. So if I put it on the floor, I'm liable just to stay there. No, seriously, Ed, I should just go up there to you, walk in a hospital with you, sit down and sit in the lobby, and I'll just tell you what I see, and I can take it to the store and do the same thing. It's never. Lately, it's been a pretty bad mix. I used to try to make it fun. I used to try to keep count on how many good things I saw and how many bad things I saw. I guess I probably do it automatically now. But right now, the good's winning. Just not by much. I'm still seeing. I mean, there was a time that I was seeing bad stuff. But now it seems to be good again. But not by much. I'm still worried. I mean, it got pretty rough there. I mean, it kind of got real bad, then it slowed down. Now, there's been days that I haven't seen anything. But it's like, if I don't see anything for a few days, then the next following days is nothing. But I don't want to go anywhere. I want to know what you see around me. Because sometimes I feel like there is a crowd. You probably do. I told you you're pretty bright. Your whole family's pretty bright. There's going to be people around, things around. I can guarantee it. You're that kind of person. Got to be strong, even with the good stuff, because it can get to you. It can get to you. That's why we have the health issues we have, because we fight. We're in battle that nobody sees, and it's really the truth. Just remember when you take a shower to wear a robe, okay? Because I have a funny feeling they're around you all the time. Be me, the warrior type. There you go. That's right. Be the warrior type. Man, and there's time, Edna, that I've taken a shower, and it's like, who is in here with me? There you go. We've got Nightmare. He'll protect us. Japanese mattress for you, boy. I have slept on those. I actually liked it. Their beds they now have beds too that like sit real close to the floor. They're nice. But yeah, I moved. So you'd have to literally box the mattress in. Maybe I wouldn't scoot the mattress around if it was bolted to the floor. They'd probably rip it off the bolts. We had a headboard. One of the beds they got me, the headboard. I rocked so hard one night. They said I literally stripped the bolts out and the headboard was banging. It sounded like somebody was having sex. And it was funny. Mom said that Dad's face got real red because she started laughing. And they went in there. I literally pulled the bolts out of the hole. The gray thing, I'm beginning, Edna, to think that those are not We're thinking they're cloaked, but I think that's the whole thing. I think what you see is what you're seeing. And I don't think we are meant to see them. I've been thinking about that a lot, especially with the black one I saw. That was a whole different deal. I think the black one was trying to warn me about now, to be honest. And I'll tell you what, stop smoking. I think it's a little bit of reason why I've been a little kooky lately is because of lack of nicotine. I haven't had any cigarettes. I'm real proud of myself, but man, I'm starting to feel it. But the black thing was, I think he was trying to warn me. Now, the gray things, I don't think we're meant to see them. And I think a lot of times when we see them, they're doing something else. That's why they look at us funny when they realize we can see them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they're cloaked or that's just what they are. That's just their form. Because I never seen like you can't, it's just a gray like a mist. Yeah, I know the witch, and I've seen him a couple of times in my life. And then when you talked about it and then I saw him, I'm like, what is going on? And we're not the only ones that see him. I know somebody else that saw him too. Patricia, I'd often talk about Thomas and Patricia. She's a lot like Gemma. She says that she has seen him too. And she knows other people that have seen him. And yeah, sometimes it's after an NDE. So, not a couple of those. So, but yeah, she says she's seen him. She says she's got a guy that comes in and talks to her about him. He sees him all the time. But he says he just doesn't, not all the time, but he sees him a lot. And it's usually like standing on a street corner. He said he saw one standing on a balcony. And then she said the one she saw was actually standing out in front of a funeral home. And then the one I saw recently was in the hospital with him in the black. The black thing was later. But yeah, I don't think we're meant to see them. They're doing something else. And we catch them off guard. Because they're that powerful that they sense that we can see them. And that's why they tilt their heads. Real tall. I know the ones I've seen probably look like they were like 9 feet tall, 10 feet tall. One was actually a long time ago. I remember seeing one. It was leaning out of a doorway. Now, I can't remember if it was an apartment building. Something tells me it was an apartment building up in Cleveland. We went to visit friends. But it was real tall. And it's exactly what we're talking about. Something made me look at the window. Usually the case, stuff like this, a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes not looking for it is when it happens. And it's always out of the blue, Edna, right? You would not expect it. Something just told you to go look. And same thing with me. Something would tell me to look somewhere. Look over there. Or my senses would pull me to a view, as you would say. But them, they don't bother me because I can't pick anything up off them. But I do get the impression now that they're doing something else. We're the ones catching them off guard. Now, what are they doing? I have no idea. But something tells me it ain't bad. Maybe they're overseeing something. A lot of people can't believe their eyes when they see them. Or anything. It's different hearing things moving or doors knocking. But when you're actually seeing something with your own eyes, and then you know that nobody else is seeing it, that's what messes with you, everything. But yeah, it freaks you out. It still freaks me out. Every time I see something, it still freaks me out because I never know what I'm going to pick up. I've picked up some weird stuff. There is this, I don't know what this creature was, but it was a shadow. And I can make out some details. It looked like maybe a small spider monkey. but it was on this lady's back. And it was in her. And I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? Is that her monkey on the back? I mean, it was literally like looking at a monkey on someone's back. But it was just weird. You know, how do you explain that to people? This is what I'm seeing right now. Am I the one nuts? I wonder sometimes. He don't understand it sometimes. I don't blame him. I wouldn't understand it either. I'll tell you what made me really start believing about these shadow things was when I saw the Hat Man when I was a kid. That messed me up. I still have nightmares sometimes about that. Ghost was tempted to spank the monkey. Man, the internet's messing with me again. Yep. Yeah. At the weirdest times, too. That's funny. But yeah, it was weird, dude. I'm telling you, it was weird. And that was actually at a concert. What concert was that? I want to say, what concert was that? John Cougar opened up. No. I can't remember. I don't want to say John Cougar, but it was back in the 80s. But it was weird. I looked at my friend. He's looking at me going, and we hadn't even done anything yet. And he goes, are you okay? And I go, dude, if you were seeing what I'm seeing, he goes, oh, did you take something before me? And I go, no. I don't know if I'm going to. Those were the hippie days. But yeah. So all the reason why I don't do stuff like that. Just a little Mother Nature once in a while, and that's it. And that's when I'm really bad. That's because of this. But yeah, I wouldn't wish anybody to see what I see. But I know there are people that do. I know I'm not alone. That's, I guess, what makes it easier. But it's hard to explain some of the things I see. Because it's like, nobody's going to believe this. No way. But I'll tell you one thing. I have seen things that looked really scary and picked up a totally angelic presence. It was weird. I've had that happen a couple of times. But what I was looking at was really scary looking. But it was very angelic. It was all good. I'm like, yeah, I guess it's true. Not the angels aren't as pretty as everybody thinks they are. So yeah, that's why they tell you. It's like Edna keeps saying every time we talk about this. When an angel tells you, fear not. And see, this is moments when I wish I had somebody sitting here. What time is it, folks? Oh, it's only 10 till 9. I thought it was longer than that. I've been running my mouth. Be not afraid. It's always the first things they say. Yep. Be not afraid. Yeah. They're terrifying. Now, there were angels that look like us, but they're more advanced, I would say, angels. So they're all ranked. So you have to go and look at all the ranks, but they're not pretty, no. What shocks me is I'm not afraid. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Well, that thing I saw. That one in particular, I remember distinctly because it was scary. I mean, it kind of made me kind of, and then all of a sudden, let me put it this way. When my hair turned white and that thing passed through me, it went from cold to warm, just like that. I mean, I felt warm like I'd never felt before. And that's when I heard the voice. Well, that's the kind of presence I picked up from this thing. it was like all of a sudden it was like fear, and then like, oh, okay. And I've had that happen a couple times, but that was probably this thing, whatever it was probably ranked. He was standing over it was a car. There were two people sitting in the car, and he was standing like right beside it, looking down, looked up. I know he saw me, and I know I saw him. I think the pleasant looking ones take it in informant on minds, yeah. Like the lady in light. I don't see all of it. When I do, when she comes, it's just a big bright light. I can see a glowing, flowing gown, gold hair, and that's all I see in a light, like halo behind her head. It's nothing but brightness. I see no features. And I assume it's a lady. She speaks like a lady. But yeah, I know that's how they present themselves to calm us. Well, it's to me. My goofy laugh. Everybody was making fun of my laugh the other day. Even Gemma got in on the act. That's all right. I know I sound like goofy or. That's what the fun is. I'm getting tired. And it's not even been 10 yet. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Everybody's kind of quiet. And I'm rambling. Well, I guess I'm trying to hold the show together. Just making sure everything's okay. My TV flickered. So anything you got going on here? Anybody got now? Ryan, are you still streaming? Or did you just stop? When I had my NDE, I would like to think my mom would have projected angels or Jesus or something other than what I saw. I actually think it healed me. You said they weren't pleasant, but we don't. Sometimes weird things happen for a reason. And all I can tell you is whatever happened to you was done in a positive way. I can't tell you why, but you have a lot going on. I will be soon. I had some drama. Oh, okay. But my show will be back soon. Cool. When I say I shouldn't be here, I meant it. I've been in that shoes too. But you probably a lot longer than I did. But mine have all been like little intervals, long enough to say they get it. Anyways, yeah, I get it. There was one time I knew I should have been longer. No doubt about it. I kind of wanted to be. I mean, it was not purpose. I know. You got things to do. Believe me, Edna, you're here for a reason. Whatever happened during that time, it will slowly, there's probably stuff that you're still not remembering what went on. And it will come back to you. There'll be signs. But there's a reason. Believe me, there is. It's why you always have interactions with animals and the critters and stuff. Believe me, there's a reason, Edna. Never lose faith in that. You're there for a reason, a good one. It does change you. I know it does. I know it does. Yeah, it does. It makes a difference in your life. You find yourself making harder decisions, I'll tell you that. Just remember, Edna, it's also good to keep your boundaries up. But you're a strong woman, you're here for a reason. I can guarantee that. What that reason is, I can't tell you. But it is for a reason. That's like I keep telling myself. To be honest, I thought I'd be gone before the old man. All the doctors said I would be. I'm still ticking. Not to see him hit 100. He probably will do it too. He's a feisty old guy. I do love him. I've gotten to know him again. He's definitely a Gemini. He's just like the ex. My ex was a Gemini. A little hard-headed. Oh yeah, now I get quiet. Keep talking to me, folks. Okay? Sometimes it does get hard to hold the show on my own. I drove myself to the ER the day I was supposedly stroking out. Oh, you got lucky, dude. That's Mission 6th floor. PSC unit. Nasty entities I saw. Oh, yeah. I believe it. Oh, I definitely believe it. I've seen some freak. The night that they gave me the experimental drug and it did kill me. Because they're saying I was dead. They said I was dead. That was the time I probably should have gone. It was the last time. And they won't still give me a straight answer. One guy told me I was out 5 minutes. I had one guy tell me 3 minutes. The doctor's office says 12, but I don't. All I know is I felt like I was gone forever, and then I was back, just like the other times. But the other times weren't as long, half as long as that. So I don't know. But I remember what happened in that for some reason while I was gone. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. I've driven myself to the ER with 2 broken ribs. So yeah. I think the funniest thing was me driving because the one guy he didn't have a driver's license. I wouldn't let him drive. So I broke my foot. Thank God it was my left foot. I'm right foot. Well, I'm righty. I thought I was on life support for 4 days. It was 5. That's different. I wasn't on any life support. When they brought me back, I was back, which is weird to me because I know people like you and other people that spent 5 or 6 days, a week, sometimes a week, 2 weeks in ICU after something like that. So yeah, it definitely made an impact on your life. Just remember, you're here for a reason. I guess the thing is not to question why. Is the undertone, just to understand that it is, and apparently meant to be. That was weird. I'm going to check my audio on this. I swear I heard a little girl talking outside. The wind's blowing, but it's not blowing the branches on this side of the house. That was weird. Anyways, I'm going to check the audio on this. Yeah, well, for the other times I was in ICU, yeah, it is draining. And some of the things I've seen in ICUs and in recovery, it's just a nightmare. Because when they had me in recovery after surgery, that after they did my third thing and I woke up to that thing still standing there in that corner. But I think it was trying to warn me of something. After all this happened, I've never seen it again. And it also feels like a weight's been taken off my back, which is really weird. Because I do feel lighter now. Now that I've quit smoking, I did real good with the breathing. Now it's all kicking in. I'm starting to really hack up the crap now. Get a little wheezy. They said it would happen with just your lungs trying to heal. Yes, I'll have to pull those up, Andrew. Those are good ones. Yeah, you do tend to miss time in those situations, Andrew. You should know. You do miss time a little bit. There's times I've been either out of recovery, out of surgery, or in the ICU because I've had something go down, and there's hours I don't remember, which kind of bothers me because they are blank. I don't remember, and I remember everything. It seems like everything stays in my head, but there are moments in the ICU particular. Hey, Smoochie, what's up, little lady? And Lord's Prayer. I must have gone out in the. I don't remember anything until they were pulling the tube up, saying, and breathe. Yeah. Actually, a lot of that is good because physically the trauma is just intense. Take it. Somebody knows. Because I'm always aware. Always. Except I think when I'm not aware and I'm rocking. So it's like I'm always in motion. If that makes sense. Man, my lips are so dry that I'm not gonna take those allergy pills anymore. I mean, they totally dried me out. Oh my gosh. I can't figure out where to put my towel at. Oh well. I didn't see any white light. It was nothingness. Everybody sees something different. Now, the first time with me, all I remember was darkness. Then I was standing in my field. The second time was pretty much the same thing. Darkness. I'm standing in my field. Thing is, while I'm standing there, somebody's talking to me. I'm pretty sure it's the lady in the light. And then third time, there was light, then darkness, and that's when I heard hell. Fourth time, there was light. I was in the field, had a conversation with a being. It was a good conversation too. And the next thing I know, flash of light. I remember sitting up. I was in ICU for 2 days, 3 days before I told him I want to go home. I made him let me go. And then the night that I did that experimental drug for these people, I don't remember anything other than sitting in my chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in the hospital. Other than the conversation I was having with whoever I was talking to. I remember all that. I remember them zapping me. I hear them zapping me. I hear them talking just before they zap. I don't know if you were in purgatory. I believe there's a holding space, but I think sometimes that happens. You get like put in a holding tank. I don't know, but I have a feel it's hard sometimes now, but when I used to be able to do astro project or the lucid dream, whatever you want to call it, because I don't ever remember having a cord attached to me. But anyways, when I was able to do that, especially in bed, and I wish I could do it right now, because I can take a break. I go to a place. I created a place where it's just a place in Colorado. I remember Bears Lake. It's beautiful, and I sit on a bench, and there's nobody there but nature and me. And sometimes something comes, this lady in the light comes and talks to me. But when I woke up and noticed, I was just standing there, and then a voice started talking to me. And then, boom, I was back. And I think the longest I ever stayed in a hospital after one was the last time. And that was for almost a week. Because I wasn't telling anybody it was in the hospital. Well, they knew. I'm heading to Valhalla. I don't know. If I was in heaven, I could deal with it. It was beautiful. I don't know if I deserve heaven. I'm not that great of a guy. I'm a pretty rowdy kid. Let's just say that I fought my fights. And sometimes I was the only one that walked them. But I had a good life. I can't complain. I mean, despite seeing all the things that I see, and like I said, it's only ramped up over the last few years, and I wonder why. I really believe we're living in prophetic times, very prophetic times. Oh, thanks, Edna. I try. Even no matter what, I always try. I never say I hate somebody because I always respect everybody. It just doesn't mean I have to like you. But I will always be a gentleman as much as I can be. That's the way I was raised. Like I said, I was the easy one. I was too busy watching all the weird things around me to bother anybody because I was too scared to say anything. But I had a good life. I can't complain. I've been a lucky man. I've got to do things, to see things. There are a couple things I would have liked to done. But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But I think the biggest thing of all my life is, what is all this information that's been shoved in my head? When is it all going to come out? I mean, it does in little select strobes out of the blue. When I want to try to get it out, it doesn't always want to come out. And all the things I've seen. And I know there's people out there that probably seen just as much as me, if not more. I know that for a fact. I've talked to people just like me. Gemma's one. I'm thinking Ed is becoming one even more. Love, hate, two very powerful, and both can be destructive. Yes, that is very true. What are you gonna do? Yep, I'm gonna live until I die. That's the way I see it. When it's time for me to go, I will go peacefully. Last time I kind of put up a fight because I was about done. Because it's hard on my body. I think every time I come back, the things that I see get crazier, and sometimes they become more beautiful, but it gets more intense. And then on top of that, it's harder on my body. I just feel like every year I just like being drugged. And it's like, can somebody come and take somebody? So that's why this time, for some reason, I literally felt like a weight had been taken off my shoulder. And it feels good. I'm ready to rock. I got a few more pounds to go. It makes me look big, but I'm lost 12 pounds. I'm going to do it again. I was looking pretty skinny there for a bit. I just have baggy clothes because I had nothing else to wear. I haven't gone and bought new clothes yet. Still a little big up here. You got man, Clevey, try and complain. I try to be a good person. That's all you can do. Well, we should always try to be our best. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes we all have bad days. We're human. That's what makes us special. I'm always respectful, yeah. Even when they don't. I get that, Edna. And you're a good person. You're a very good person. I trust my life in your hands if I had to. I would. Probably more so than some other people that I live with. No man here, you probably say, here, have him. That's but yeah. Always think the positive thing. Thank you, Gus. You're welcome. No, seriously, you're a good person. I would. Not too many people I would say that though, to be quite honest. But I have a few. Thomas, if he was still here, I'd say him. But he's still got me. He's even still got my back. And then Patricia, Gemma. My brothers, they probably wouldn't. To a degree, they're kind of goofy guys. We're all a bunch of goofy boys. You know, when you're raised in nothing in a house, nothing but boys. It's interesting. I kind of felt bad for my mom. Let's see. Yeah, it just there's no these life is too short, and it is short, even for 102 years old. It's short. You always got to make the most of it. You're gonna have bad days, and you're gonna have good days. Just make the most of it. Be blessed that you have another day coming. You know me. Now I'm good for a long while, Gus. I haven't changed much. I know you haven't. I've always enjoyed talking to you. You're consistent. I will say that, and I do. I when I don't see you, since you started showing up, actually since that night we were up until almost 5 o'clock in the morning, laughing. It's like if you're not here, it kind of like bums me out a little bit. Vixen, I figured she'd pop in, but she might be working. And I know Cindy Lee's got a lot going on. I figured Jules usually pops in. Smoochie's here, bless her heart. Andrew and I mean, I love every time I gotta admit, I know when my thing's posted because Nightmare is always one of the first ones that pops in. So I appreciate that, Nightmare. Hope he still has internet. He was having problems. We were flickering really bad here. I mean, that wind, it seems to calm down a little bit now. I don't hear it as bad. But earlier, man, ooh, as soon as it got dark, those wind speeds picked up. I figured it'd be the other way around, but must have been the way the low was moving. I tell you, folks, my deepest and darkest. You know, yeah, I know you do. There he is. And there's a lot coming from me. Yeah, I know. We have a clan here. I don't like. That's the thing, though. I don't have a problem with you guys calling a tribe and misfit toys and stuff. I've always been kind of a loner, so I kind of have a hard time. Oh, I'm part of the tribe. I'm just this guy hanging out with you. That's all I am. I feel like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I've known Edna for a while. Nightmare. Half you guys, some of you met doing SOR, and then in the Steve and Gemma days, the Stockton Stemma days. What do you want to call them? Edna I knew a little bit before that when it was just the Stockton. I think I met Batmom and Sean G's Chasing the Truth. I know, it's all right. I love you too. I appreciate it. That's the way I've been. Ask my parents. I'd beat the kid out in the backyard by himself playing with his G.I. Joes and Godzillas, destroying the cities. This is good old Stave Day. Thanks. Stave. You know, I never liked being called Steve or Stevie. There was this guy when I worked at when I was a screen printer, and there was this sales guy that used to come in. I worked in the R&D, and he'd have to come talk to me, and he always called me Stevie. So one day I cornered him. He brought in some donuts, and as he put them down, I turned around and kind of cornered him over in the corner by the corner. If you ever call me Stevie again, then you will not be leaving this room, and I can promise you that. He kind of looked at me. He goes, "You're serious?" I go, "Yeah. I don't think it's funny. I don't like the name. Leave it alone." Okay. But yeah, I never liked Stevie or Steve. I always asked to be called Stephen or Stephen Lee or Mr. Davis. But yeah, those two names. Well, you say Steve, 50 of us turn around. I mean, in high school, you'd yell Steve down the hallway. Probably about 6 of us would turn around. Yeah, I think there was 6 of us. There was even another Stephen Davis. If you yelled Mike or Tim, same thing. Bunch of guys would turn their heads. It's like, man, why does everybody have the same name? What is with this town? Lava lamp storyline. Lava lamp. I should get a lava lamp. Set it in the background. Sit here by the dragon. Not many Ednas. No, there's not. I like that name though. What's it short for? Is it short for a name? What is it? Edith? Right? Am I right? Is it Edith? Or Elizabeth? Not Ed. Or is that your real name? Is that the name? There's all goofy names on here. She's not answering, so it must be something crazy. I'm just kidding. Film character. Yes. Oh, that was Edith. I'm trying to think. There is an Edna in there. There's a couple. Nope, Edna comes from the Bible. I know it does. It's my real name. Okay. That's what I thought. I know people that are called Edna that are Edwin. One was Edwin or something like that, and the other one was what I said before. But yes, Edna is in the Bible, just like Stephen, and it's spelled with a V too. That's another thing. Everybody spells my name with PH. I go, don't do that. Only real Steves have V's. Whatever. That's why I'm tough. The name. Edna was a tough character. Yeah. I asked Mom why she named me after about every other Steve in the neighborhood. And she laughed. She goes, "You're a biblical name." She was my favorite. Stephen. Movie for me. Movie for you, really? Kind of like a boy named Sue. Yeah. We had a we actually had a family that lived in the neighborhood right next to ours. So it's like 2 neighborhoods. It's our neighborhood, and then as you go down the hill, then it's like another little neighborhood. Anyways, there was a BITH, yeah, BITH person that lived. That was their last name, and everybody would give them such a hard time. I felt so bad for him. The poor kid went to school. Hey, man, sorry for you too. It was his name. That was their last name. Oh, I figured that when your circle would call you Ed. That's like my ex Tina. She married Eddie, and I guess that's what he goes by. I figured it'd be Edward. No, it's Eddie. And he doesn't like to be called Ed either. It's Eddie. Which is I can respect. I like it. And it's such a great name. That's like Elizabeth. I always liked Elizabeth. I like Samantha. That's why I named my daughter Samantha. That and if my dad, Pops, would call everybody Sam. Hey, Sam, come here, Sam. Come here, Sam. I mean, everywhere you went, you heard that from him talking to one of the other kids. Hey, Sam, come here. So we just named her Sam. So we'd have somebody call Sam. Now he calls everybody another name. Hilarious. I'm rambling. I hope I'm enjoying. I hope people are enjoying this. I was trying to get some paranormal in. Some spookiness. Ooh. I'm kind of wound up tonight. I've had a good day. I mean, the evening was good. The day was, it could have been better. But the evening was a good evening. I got stuff done. I'm terrible with names. I blame my family. Everyone had different name. The real one. It was confusing. We all had the same. I mean, we were all Tim, Mike. Tim was the oldest. Mike's the second oldest. Then me, Stephen. Then my little brother, Kevin. I mean, how basic names could you get? But I don't mind because they're all biblical names. So. Tell us another story. I can tell you about more what I saw at the hospital Monday. Today wasn't too bad. I just went to the doctor's office. There was only one other person in the waiting room, and it was quiet. I was like, oh. Yeah, Stephen's a popular name. But when I was leaving, like I said, I saw that, the old couple, which was weird. It's usually if you see people helping other people, even if it's children, there's usually angels or something very positive. So it was really weird for me to see a good thing and a bad thing. It's like, oh, this is interesting. I hope these two couples, I hope they're not together. Anyways, I'm going down the stairs. I go out, and this is not even attached to anybody. I get in my car. I got lucky, and I was able to get a parking space because I went so late in the evening to the offices with the radiology that I was able to park right beside the door in the handicap because I have a handicap for Dad. And so I come out the door, I get in the car, and I go drive out of the garage. And I'm pulling out of the garage. I see this shadow go around the corner. So I slowed down and went to back up, and there was somebody behind me, and they honked. So I go up there, so I just kind of go on. Didn't pay any other attention to it. As I get up and pull up and stop, I hear the guy yell behind me, "You saw it too, right?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Every day." So there's something that sneaks around that corner at that time, every day, I guess. That was pretty wild. I didn't see anything else. When I first went in, I see that's when I really have a time because when I walk in, I'm passing people in hallways, and it's just freaky. It's not as much as seeing, it's feeling people's vibes. Because in a hospital, it's either good or bad. It's either one or the other. And it gets kind of, yeah, I thought it was pretty wild too, because it was just a quick conversation. So now when I go back, because I got to go back Monday, I'm going to ask the parking attendant, okay, what goes on here? Because I want to know now, because I saw it plain as day. It was just a black shadow. It looked like you couldn't see it move so fast, but you could see it. I mean, it just went around the corner into the garage. And from the way that guy talked back there, he's seen it. It must be, he goes every day. I would like to. I mean, you're driving. I'm driving. Because of all my issues, I pay attention to the road, so it's not like I can get my phone out. But yeah, I try to film in the hospital. No problem I have about filming in the hospital is there's sick people there. I don't like to intrude on them. And the day I tried to film the black eyed kid when I was chasing him around, I had my camera. I was trying to take pictures. I had a video, and he never, ever came out. I was starting to get pissed. Like, come on. The only picture I ever caught in my entire life, other than what we've done ghost chasing, and this is why I don't ghost chase anymore, because everybody would always bring something home with them. No matter how much we protected ourselves, one of us always ended up bringing something home with us. Anyways, back to the story. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I did now. I forgot. I got confused. Then I'm getting all bundled up here, trying to get myself back on track. I'm as bad as Gemma. Anyways, I'm trying to get back to what I was saying. Jeez. But yeah, that's why I stopped ghost tasting, was because everybody brought some home. Well, the only captured film, the only thing I captured here in this house was one night. It was an afternoon, actually. It was windy like it was now just a little bit ago. And the tree behind us, and the neighbor, there's a house directly behind us. And their tree by the house broke in the wind. It was like this gust. I mean, I actually saw the leaves were spinning like it was like a little mini funnel. It was weird. Hit that tree, and that tree fell on the neighbor's house on top of their garage. And he was in the garage. His branch came through the roof and missed him probably about that much. But it was a huge tree. I went out and took pictures. And in one picture, there's a smear. And then the picture before it's not there, and the picture after that. Because I always take 3 pictures. And that's the only thing I ever caught on camera. Everything else I see visually, but I have a hell of a time catching it on camera. But I still try. I do try. You know how many times I try to take pictures of the things that I see in the store? Like, it's hard to do it in the hospital. I feel guilty when, oh, hi, Rainwater. How you doing, sweetie? Anyways, I don't mind doing it in the store because I've tried in the store. Nobody says anything to you in the store because they think you're just playing with your phone. But in the hospital, I'm just not comfortable with it. But I can never catch anything. But in the store, I try and I don't catch anything. But I always try. I always do try. I mean, I got pictures of, for a while there, I was erasing pictures of just stuff because of something I would see standing there or standing behind somebody. Maybe I should just get a body cam or a GoPro, wear a GoPro, and see if I can actually pick up something that way. Because I don't look for it. I mean, majority of the time, when I'm in a place with a lot of people, like a hospital or a store or somewhere where there's more than 5 or 10 people, I usually pick up on something right away. I mean, I know there's something attached to somebody there. I won't know until I see it, but I get a feeling. But when it's a crowd, it like jumps out at you. So I'll be walking along and not see anything, and all of a sudden, bam. Never have my cell phone on me. I rarely use it. Now, see, when I'm home, that's another thing. When I'm home, my cell phone's right here. If it's not on this table, it's in front of me over here. When I'm working around the house, I just turn it up as loud as I can because I don't like carrying it with me all the time. Hell, I don't use half. Now I'm just using TikTok on this and Facebook. Now and then I'll watch YouTube on here, but I don't really use it other than to call and text. Yeah, I always forget to charge mine too. Oh, you barely have to charge it because you ever really use it? Yeah, that's a good thing though. I don't want to see that thing again. I think I caught something from you. Hmm? Nah, you did not from me. I don't give the internet plague anymore. Hmm? And once I get my breathing back and get back to breathing normal again, I'll tell you what. I know I feel it's been weird since I quit smoking. And that's, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing yet, but I could definitely tell that I had quit smoking because I am gnawing on stuff, but I'm not eating. I'm just chewing on stuff. Starting to feel those withdrawals. Or is it the NDA? Why do I see it? I don't think, I think that just heightened that. When we have ND, I think when people come back with gifts after an NDE, I think a lot of it is just something that was always there, just made it more prominent. Um, I think you've always been able to see these things. NDE just made it more prominent, triggered something up there. Maybe your friends did it, triggered it. I mean, I've only seen them throughout my life. Let me see if I can count. When I was in my teens, I'd seen them a couple times, or them, whatever they are, the gray ones. I didn't see them again until my mid-20s. I started seeing them for a while. Didn't see them. And then I didn't start seeing them again until just before I started getting sick when I was still married. Now I wasn't getting sick. I was just, my body was falling down because I was stressed out and I was lived in motion. I think she even was starting to realize that it was taking a toll on me. But anyways, lack of oxygen. Yes, I'm trying. Been learning, and I do Tai Chi, man. I got out there this morning without, I'm really, really push. Let me say, I really wanted to push the limit this morning because I've been keeping it really light. And I usually, after I do a little Tai Chi, I do workout and stuff. And man, I got up this morning, did it. It's like, all I wanted was a cigarette. It was like, no, you gotta go do it. You've done so good. Don't give up. But I got out there and did probably about a half hour in before I started to huff out. It was like, okay, I better stop. I don't want to push. For me, I mean, my taste and smell. You still have no taste or smell? I would figure it'd come back by now. Maybe, my brother Tim said that he was having problems with his taste after he had his issue. So maybe it does. Everybody I've talked to that I know, it eventually came back. Or they only got one of them back. And it was usually they got the taste back. I don't know about the smell, but I know a lot of people got their taste back. Maybe you're not going to, I hope you get them back. Have you talked to a doctor about it? And asked them if there's, or looked at any remedy books? I mean, I know you're into that stuff. There's nothing that can help kind of start that again. I figured, to be honest with you, I figured you would probably get your smell back before you get your taste back. I don't know why, but I figured that would come back for you first. I mean, you can't smell flowers or anything. You're not catching any scent at all. But who knows? I wish I could give you a better days because we've discussed this before. Oh, I'm sure, because there's nothing worse. Now, I've had days, well, because of when they were doing all the work on my throat, and I'd actually get to eat something good, and it just didn't taste right. It didn't have no taste at all. It is kind of a bummer. Now, half the time I'm fighting allergies, so even when I do Tai Chi, I really have to work my nasal cavity because, your best oxygen comes in through your nose. It just filters better too. Yeah, I know. I still have my air compressor behind me. I'm supposed to. I spend an hour on it in the morning, an hour on it in the afternoon, an hour at night. It does help. They wanted me on it all the time. And I told them, let me work a program. I mean, I'm feeling good, but I know a lot of this is because of the nicotine. Now that I've been almost 2 weeks now, it is starting to come up. I can feel a difference. The cravings are not as bad. They were only one time this morning, but the cravings are not as bad as I thought they'd be. It's weird smell. I can't describe it because I've never smelled anything like it before. Just don't push yourself. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe. I just amazed. Of all the crap I've been through, I've never had my body blow up like that did. Like it did. I mean, it was like, holy crap. You know how they make fun of people having like an allergy reaction? They always blow them up real big on TV. I've seen it happen. Not as big as that. But man, my legs, I was like, holy crap. I've broken my feet. I've done some damage. And I've never seen them as big as they were that. I was like, holy crap. My legs have not felt right since. But I feel a lot better now. Yeah. I mean, Tai Chi, you got to exercise. It's the only way you can get back to health. No pain, no gain. It's like we were saying earlier. Life is too short. I got things to take care of before I go anywhere or even feel comfortable going anywhere. But I will go peacefully if I have to. But yeah, I can't sit. I'm always in motion. And if I don't stay in motion, I don't want to sit and do this. Because this is as bad as it's just a crazy guy rocking in his chair. I got to be doing something that keeps me from doing this all day. But I do heal pretty good. But this time I got to admit, it's been longer than I thought. So I'm working on it. I'm going to go sledding with the skid marks. I'm ready to go sledding, but we didn't get enough snow yet. I didn't feel like going up north. Yeah, you'll be fine. What time we got? 10:38. No, we'll be all. Hey, it's a grave. I mean, yeah, I know what you were talking about. Well, I see it. I'm not even worried about that. I've always looked at death as a necessity. I mean, yeah, not in some other ways, but you know what I'm saying. We come into this world and we have to eventually leave it. Everybody talks about being immortal. I don't think I want to be. One life is enough, especially if you keep coming back. I have a funny feeling I've lived many lives. I really do at times. And some of the dreams, like I said, some of the dreams that I have about war and great battles, especially with swords and samurais, bloody ones, just horrible. And I still have those dreams when I actually dream. That's usually what they are. But I'm not afraid. No, there's no reason to be afraid. I'm more afraid of each other. I mean, it's true. I will say this, and I hate saying this, but sometimes humans are more scarier than the paranormal. Because I've been in those situations too. I feel like I've lived 5 lifetimes in just this one. At times I feel like that, not maybe 5. Probably a good handful, but not maybe it's 5. But you probably have. I mean, everybody has their own little belief and their own little theories about death. I'm just going to have faith. Whatever happens, I'm in the good Lord's hands then. All that matters right now is trying to stay on my path. Well, I like to wander off the path, so I really can't say stay on my path because I always like to go the shallow, narrow way. Sometimes it takes forever to get through, but it could be a lot more exciting. So yeah, I don't worry about that at all. It's just taking care of the people I'm with now. I want to be happy. I want to be as happy as I can be, and I'm always happy trying to help somebody or just doing something, being productive. That's all that matters to me right now. We got Pops, and I'm focused on him and a couple of my loved ones, the kids, and myself. Now it's kind of forced to really realize maybe I wasn't taking enough time for myself as much as I thought I should have been. Because I always made it a point to have a little fun, but maybe I wasn't taking more time like I needed to myself. I was a pretty lonely kid and pretty quiet kid. Even in high school and stuff, I was always that kid. Well, we all know, some of us know what it's like to walk into a room full of people and go, whoa, I don't know. It was always fun to watch in the background. I'd pick up, well, I know that guy's a dick. That person's not going to have a fun time. Pardon my mouth again. I am getting tired. Yeah, I did a lot before I got on here. Me and Gemma, went to the doctors. Me and Gemma came home, played Fortnite with Gemma. And then we got off, dealt with some craziness. And then I came home and I've been just cruising all the whole time. I sat down here about 20 till 8. But remember, why we still have a decent amount of people here. I don't know who all is watching, who's coming on. Lisa Lamb Monday, 11 o'clock. It's from Gone 5. It's her take on and from Gone 5. But she's got Gone 5, so make sure you get that book, folks. And leave stars or leave a review, please. But that's Monday at 11 a.m. I should be here Wednesday. We'll be here Friday, of course. At 7, probably at 7. I always tell people now to be here at 7. We may not start till 7:15, but she's been starting about 7. So, and I'll be here Saturday night. I will be here this Saturday night. I just had to go out. My body said go, and I said okay. So I went, and I'm glad I did. I had a good time. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I am going to call it. I'm getting tired of getting antsy. I'm really getting antsy. Yeah, she's been starting early. She's been starting about 7 o'clock on Fridays. If she can get there, a lot of times she's been getting there before me. I'm in and out, waiting for her to show up. But a lot of times, she's ready to go at 7. I think there's only been one time where she was a little late, after 7. So, yeah, I tell people now 7. If you be there early, go for it. Especially you come in and leave your name and I see it. I do write them down. Now, sometimes they disappear over time if you go too early. But I start checking the list about a lot of times around 2, 3, and then I check it again about 5 because the names on 2 at 3 are going to be gone. So come in and say hi to her. Enjoy it. We'll be here together. 7. We're going to say 7:15. Friday night, and then I'll be here Saturday night, and then her premiere, and we'll talk about her premiere Saturday night some more. Lisa Lamb on Monday. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you, folks, for coming and visiting. Have a wonderful night. Edna, have a wonderful night. Nightmare, you too. Thanks, Smoochie, for stopping in. Bat Mom, appreciate it. Andrew, I hope you be safe out there. Ryan, if you're still listening, I'll be yelling at you this weekend. Jarvis didn't come in. That's all right. I hope he's good. I know he's going through a lot. And Christy and Rain, I'm glad you guys all came and hung out. Have a wonderful night. I'm just going through names. I want to try to sometimes do that once in a while. All the people that came in. All the people who hung out in the background. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. Much love. Yes, I'm going to get some healing rest. I got a busy day tomorrow too. And I'll guys see you on the flip side of Friday at 6 o'clock. Much love to you all. Please have a wonderful one. And I'll see you guys Friday night.